You are completely and entirely unique. Nobody on this planet, alive or dead or yet to come, has or will experience the same exact things that you've experienced and will continue to experience in your life. That being said, nobody can tell you truly how to live a great life. Yeah, you can look at role models, you can look at, oh, I should work out, I should eat healthy, I should be loving, I should be accepting, I should be generous, I should be these things, I should be as similar to Jesus Christ as I possibly can. But at the end of the day, nobody can come and make you great. The only person that can make you great at the end of the day is you. You have to be willing to put in the work. You have to go through trial and error and figure out the things that do work for you and the things that don't work for you. You have to make the adjustments. You have to make the tweaks. You have to know when it's time to rest. You have to know when you can push harder. You have to know when there's a little more you can draw out of yourself. We live in a world nowadays where we're told that comfort is key. Comfort is king. We should live a comfortable life. We should get to a point where we're comfortable. I believe that we should live a life where we strive to make those around us, those that we love, our friends and family, significant others, children, if you're lucky enough to have them one day. I believe that we should live a life where we strive to make their lives as comfortable as possible. And yes, we want to live in a nice house. We want to live somewhere with air conditioning and heating, and we want to have a nice bed. We want to make sure, our back isn't bent out of shape 24/7, but don't get to a point where you're making this amount or that amount, or you've got to this point and that was always the end goal, and then just quit and coast, because then you'll slowly drift into misery, and you'll get complacent, and you'll lose your consistency, you'll lose your discipline, you'll lose your appreciation for life. And the second you do that is the second you become kind of unconscious and you let your mind take over and your ego just controls your entire life. You have to want to go out and be great. I know you have goals and dreams. And the fact of the matter is they're completely unique to you. They might be pretty similar to other people. But at the end of the day, they are yours, and nobody else knows your vision. Nobody else understands how your brain works. Nobody understands what's going on up here better than you. No therapist, no friend, nobody, okay? Certain people will be able to help you understand yourself better, but at the end of the day, nobody can come and do that mental work for you, and nobody can come and do that physical work for you. Nobody can come and put in that manual labor that you need in order to, make yourself stronger, make yourself better, make yourself more mentally disciplined. That has to come from you. That has to come from within. And, if you want to live a life that's just comfortable and, coast, you got your degree and you got that job, and now you make, a good amount of money. You pay the bills. You can buy whatever groceries you want. You're putting a little away in your savings, and maybe you have your own IRA account, and you got your 401k through work, and that's where you're at, and you're comfortable and you're okay with that. That's fine, but I urge you to continue to challenge yourself, continue to push yourself beyond your limits, continue to step out of your comfort zone, because you'll continue to grow, and that's where true happiness and true fulfillment will come from, is when you continue to challenge yourself, you continue to grow, you continue to be physically stronger, mentally stronger, spiritually stronger, more emotionally aware and emotionally intelligent. When you start to drift through life, I believe that you start to become emotionally distant from people because you're too worried about yourself and your own issues. And I like to live under the assumption that I have just about the easiest life, the best life that could have ever been provided for me by my family early on, because the fact of the matter is I did grow up very comfortably, and I did grow up very, I never had to worry about anything, like where I was going to sleep, where the next meal was coming from. I grew up well, I grew up good. And not to say we were crazy multimillionaires taking private flights to Europe for skiing trips or anything like that, but I mean, we were comfortable, we were good. I knew I was taken care of, and I knew I was going to be provided for. But the fact of the matter is, no matter how tough your life has been, no matter the things you've gone through, I can almost guarantee you that there's somebody out there in this world currently living or has already passed that has had a much harder life than you. And actually, there's probably a lot of people out there, living or past, that have had a much, much harder life than you have. And, they could be across the world from you, or they could be your next door neighbor. You truly never know. And so when you look at life with the perspective of, I had a very good life, all things considered. I have a very good life, all things considered. People have put me in a good position. People have set me up well. And, maybe they didn't. Maybe your family fucked you over. Maybe your family didn't, whatever the case may be. But yet, still, you have to understand that, you're living, you have a heartbeat. You're still on this earth. You still have opportunity to make yourself great. You still have an opportunity to make yourself the best person you can possibly be. And when you live life with that mentality, it's kind of hard to be mopey and down on yourself and not excited about life. Like, you got to be excited to wake up in the morning. You got to be excited to think, I'm not where I want to be, but I can get there. I just have to get up and I just have to get after it every single day. Only I can put the work in. And even if all you can do, I like to say, vote for yourself in positive ways. So if all you can do today is not hit the snooze button, get up right when that alarm goes off, meditate or pray, journal, or all of the above, whatever it is you like to do. Try and read a chapter. If you can't read a chapter, read a few pages. If you can't read a few pages, read one page. Get out there and go for that walk. If you can do a minute, that's awesome. If you can do 5 minutes, that's awesome. If you do 10, 15, 20, sweet. Because the thing is, if you set those small goals, I'm going to read one page. I'm going to read one chapter of the Bible. If you are a Christian like myself, I'm going to read, one page. I said that, but I'm going to go for a 1 minute walk. I'm going to journal for 1 minute. You're going to start doing these things, and oftentimes you're going to be like, oh man, actually, I don't want to stop. I could do 5. Oh, I could do 10. Oh, actually, I want to finish this chapter, or I want to finish this book of the Bible, for example. You start small. That's the thing too. You got to start small, because if you try and start huge and big and you have these big goals, I'm going to run 5 miles every day. I'm going to read a book of the Bible every day. I'm going to read 5 chapters out of this book every day. I'm going to go out and run 3 miles, and you haven't ran ever in your life, or you haven't ran in months or years. You're going to burn out, and you're going to crash and fall, and it's going to be hard to stay consistent. So you got to start small, and mentally, as you start small, you're going to want to continue to build up more and more and more. Guys, so only you can make yourself great. Only you can improve yourself at the end of the day. You're the only person that can put in the personal work and the personal development. It has to be you. It has to come from within. But understand that we have great power from within. You just have to try and access it. And the more you try to access it, the easier it'll become, and the more you will literally start to feel different. You'll feel a certain energy field emanating about yourself. And you maybe think that sounds crazy, but you just got to commit to it. And you commit to it, and sooner or later you're going to feel it, and you're going to understand what I'm saying here, because I'm not lying. I wouldn't lie to you guys. There's no reason to lie. I don't know you. You don't know me, really. So why would I lie to you? But that's what I got today, guys. Just go out there and realize that you can make yourself great. You truly can. We look at the people at the top of their fields and we think, oh, they just got lucky, or they were just born with that gift. They were just born with that talent. And a lot of people in those positions were born with a lot of talent, but they also put in a tremendous amount of work, more work than any of us could ever really conceive possible. So how bad do you want it at the end of the day? How bad do you want to be great? How bad do you want those goals and dreams? How bad do you want to go to bed and wake up every morning fulfilled and happy to live life? So thanks for watching, guys. See you later.